Hello, hello, hey everyone, my name is Koi Krosu, also known as the Keeper of Wishes, and today we're playing some Doki Doki Literature Club. Also, happy Valentine's Day! A little birdie told me that this game would be perfect for Valentine's Day, so we're going to play it. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. Hey, Mike! For content warnings, please visit their website. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I do. If you're under the age of 13, get out! Oh, that's kind of loud. Hold on. This game is not suitable for children. My name is Koi. I'll just name myself Koi. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friends since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works. Because you've known each other for so long. Oh my god, the music is so loud. Hold on. I can't hear myself think. Okay. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that, but you weren't thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Koi. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Koi, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one way, in one of our many conversations, but I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Me too. Ugh, club activities. Uh-huh? I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? Hey, Hatsu! Welcome in. We're playing Doki Doki. Oh man. Do I have enough water for this stream? I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little harder? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. It's 'cause you like her. Have you guys played this game for yourself or seen any playthroughs of it? I know it's pretty old. But I didn't know what to stream for Valentine's Day. Oh, and also happy Valentine's Day. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything in her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Hi, Jim Jam. Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. How are you doing, Jim Jam? Welcome to our extremely romantic stream playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Is it your first time playing the game? It's not, but I have kind of forgot. Well, not all of it. Obviously, the more traumatic stuff, there's no way you could forget, but not really sure how we got there. I've also seen playthroughs of it in the past, back when it was like super popular. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Who's your favorite character? Is it bad that my favorite character is the purple hair chick? I forgot her name. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Probably in the most literal way. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Just MONIKA. I glance around the room. Oh, this girl! I like her! Hi, Bubbles! Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Koi. What a nice surprise. Not this game. No. Yes. It's Valentine's Day. What other game would I play? Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Huh? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. No, I've played this game before, Bubbles. Never on stream, though. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri. Oh, Yuri! Yeah, I like Yuri. This is the opposite of a Valentine's game. No? It's definitely a Valentine's game. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Koi, I like Yuri. Yeah! She's pretty. She's like my type. The quiet, smart, long-haired. We must have been playing different games? Maybe. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know MONIKA, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Koi. MONIKA smiles sweetly. Aw, look at that. Look at that smile. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. MONIKA was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, MONIKA. Come sit down, Koi. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or MONIKA. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to MONIKA and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts a little off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aw, cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then MONIKA. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you know, you, dummy. Tsundere got a tsundere, yeah. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Okay, little angry tsundere, go in that corner. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep the whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that... You know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. MONIKA raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. Oh, MONIKA is angry. Oh, hello, Princess Susanna. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I try. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell MONIKA I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. MONIKA, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and the publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, and I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it in that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Koi, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half-jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world, or in such a foreign world, is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori, oh my goodness. Sayori slides up beside Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Eh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. At least Koi can accept being cute. Sometimes, I'm working on it. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Well, we all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at MONIKA. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Sayori. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Koi? MONIKA smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and, I lose my train of thought. Oh, they all look so disappointed! Oh no! All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Koi... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay. I decided then. Say something before it turns into a yandere situation. La, let it happen. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Koi, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? Oh yeah, you definitely can. Because I'm the mastermind behind the poem. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Koi, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Yo, hello.
Yo DDLC, let's go. All I can hear is Aaron and Dan's voices, lol.
That's funny. Oh man, stop it! No, I'm starting to hear their voices. Stop! That's right. Sayori and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Yuri. Wait, you guys haven't told me yet. Who's your favorite literature club member? Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes their poem the most. I think how Monika's not here. Essence, covet, question, clumsy, hopeless. I think hopeless is probably Sayori. Also clumsy is Sayori. Nibble is kind of cute, so it's probably not Suki. It's like whisper. Probably Yuri. I guess I'm boring. You're not boring. I love Yuri. You and I have great taste. I'm not for the tsundere type, and I'm not for the pon type either. Meager, tenacious, massacre? No, massacre? Is that massacre? Is that how you spell that? Sensation, broken, anxiety, passion, scars, graveyard, secretive. Secretive. Oh! Yuri jumped! Let's go! Unending. Kitty. Kitty is definitely Natsuki. Despise. Sparkle. Jump. Puppy dance. Uncanny. Prayer. Excitement. Let's go with unending. Haha! Disoriented, vivid time, spinning, cute, incoherent, or incongruent? Universe, smile, mouse, flea. Yuri is my universe. Sticky, existence, shame, heart, hair, whirlwind, judgment, games, lipstick, playground. No, I haven't watched all of it, but I have seen clips. Shame. No. Existing hair. Yuri has beautiful hair. And dang it, Natsuki, get out of here. Doki Doki. Cage. Vertigo Feather. Destiny. Precious Beauty. I think Yuri's beautiful. Dang it! Sayori, leave. Ocean. Who's into ocean? Dang it! Sayori, stop. Unrequited. Aura, heartbeat, memories. Aura. Yes. Fantasy. Dang it! Who's the dark? Oh, Sayori's dark. Oh, right. Sayori's dark. Friends. Waterfall. Treasure. Nope. Dang it. Bubbles! A rose? Comfort. I'm messing this up. Misfortune. Oh, I've definitely... Starscape. Nice. Eternity. Together. Heaven sent. There we go. Release body pillow merch. Do I want to know? It's just a joke. Who has 1,000,000 channel points? Imagination, depression, blanket, pain, dazzle, imagination. What's the other new one? The other one is getting Ame a dog toy of your choice. So you just send me a link to whatever product you want me to get my dog. Matt already has redeemed that once. It's making me get this robotic ball toy thing. Of course, I'm going to get these after I get a job. Another one is chug. So instead of hydrate, chug is finish my drink. Body pillow to the dog, let's go! Oh, that'd be kind of funny! Though I don't know how I feel about watching my dog rip a hole into my face. She is not gentle with, like, soft toys. Valentine. Lust. Hi again, Koi. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept. But I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Do a robot voice or MONIKA? I don't think I can do a robot voice. Thanks for keeping your promise, Koi. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the clubhouse. Ooh. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying MONIKA and manga. They could just replace Natsuki's lines with Baka! Honestly, yeah. Baka! Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Koi always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Koi can become good friends too. Sayori. Hmm? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Oh, right, there's also that. Coin flip and mute me. Are you really going to mute me while I'm reading a visual novel? Hmm? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It really is nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it really is not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't really read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'd like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected MONIKA to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and MONIKA are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is running around in the closet, running around in the closet. Rummaging around in the closet. Man. It looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with MONIKA. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. There's no one intellectual in here except for maybe you, Monika, and Yuri. That's 50%. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Huh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Razil, hi! You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies an unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa, she's very close. Ugh! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair, it's sticking out all around here. I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look at your bow. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. Ew. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody ever notices that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. I'm a jerk. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Right through the heart. Just whoa, 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 whoa. Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. Calling Sayori fat. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Koiku hobo, koiku hobo, koiku hobo.
Koiku hobo. Oh no. Phew, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would, anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. You're so dense! Kawaii! Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we're really better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning? Oh man, she is pressing hard. You're doing it again, Sayori. No, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monika suddenly calls out. Like, break it up, you two. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Koi, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? We're gonna show it to Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it has been several minutes and we really hadn't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Uh, um... Well... Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Okay, Jim Jam, bye-bye. Have a wonderful day, and happy Valentine's Day, or Single Awareness Day. Yes, please. Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh man, cursive! Okay. A ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. What does that even mean? I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long. But it took you a long time to read it. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Koi. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express our own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Yuri is definitely calling me out. Do I have Riz? Ayy! That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy to think... it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Let's get the tsundere out of the way. Huh? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I told you you weren't going to like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? I had a seizure, okay? Leave me alone. You're oh god. Hold on, let me take some water. Your writing style won't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
Thank you for the hydrate, Brillo. It's hard to play so many different characters. I get it all. Thank you.
Susanna, you and I, we get each other. I appreciate. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening.
Just chalk it up to good acting.
So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something today. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. You like the sounds? Thanks. I can like try to unlock my inner Paimon. Should I make Paimon Natsuki?
Traveler!
Is that the voice?
Dear Traveler, thank you so much for spending all the Primo Gems to feed me all the yummy...
Oh my god. My head hurts. It's already been such a long day. I had 2 interviews. One unexpected one. My brain's fried. Okay. Let's go. We're gonna save Monika for last. Let's go with Sayori.
Hmm? Oh my goodness! This is so good, Koi!
Huh?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer!
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. The interviews? They went well. I declined one of the offers because it was a little bit more than what I bargained for. Because it was a part-time, but they required me to have like 3 different certifications that would have taken like the course of a few months to complete. The other one, I'm a little bit sketched out. Not sure. I'm not sure if it's a legitimate job offer because it is remote work. But they did make me like answer a bunch of questions, and I don't know. I don't know. If I'm getting scam-boozled, maybe. It's a German company, though. So it's overseas work, technically. I checked out their website. Seemed legit for the most part, but I don't know. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Me too! Doki Doki Koi. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just... are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a koi poem. This girl's hopeless. And that makes me feel extra special. Or that makes it extra special. Did I say it makes me feel extra special? No, you misheard. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. She is not being subtle about this at all. If you were in her position, would you pick up on this? Or would you be like, nah, she would never. I would never. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you were really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing
In front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Koi. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much it means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure that you have a lot of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you on that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right?
It's gonna be like this long, sophisticated poem with intellectual insight.
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you. But I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean.
What do you see in me? I'm so mean to you, Sayori.
I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially the last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah. But next time.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. We have to do this more. Hi, Koi. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that can do that we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right. Oh, all right. I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up, period. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Koi. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well... We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's also some similarities that you won't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other. We really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri.
You'll never sound like Yuri. Yuri is bae.
But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I definitely want to impress Yuri. You only need to impress me, Koi. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. Or the devs will catch on. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, but I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay. So, what do you think? It feels very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, it's kind of a style, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is friends with each other. Anyway, here's MONIKA's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pencil at the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just keep moving your hands and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and MONIKA are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out as nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Koi did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own.
First of all, excuse me, I'd appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Koi liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Koi appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Koi started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys.
Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Koi, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not forcing them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Koi. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Koi? Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Of course, that's going to be the no-brainer. Yuri. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what's happening at all. Yuri won't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri?
Huh?
You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well,
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki feels threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry.
But Natsuki, you took that way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said something that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
What do you want to eat? What are the options? Wholesome dating game that's not scary. Definitely not scary. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out.
Steak and potatoes and asparagus. Or tacos. Or sushi. Or cupcakes.
Cupcakes. Specifically, fluffy white cupcakes that are shaped in like cats, with piped-on whiskers and chocolate eyes. Was that the description? I forget. Oh wait, on the way out, she throws her poem in the trash.
Natsuki.
She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything all right?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri. How could anyone have gotten frustrated, or how could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? Simp. but Yuri's the best girl. Wait, Liv, who's your favorite girl? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright. I believe you. Thanks, Koi. You're too kind.
Yes, Yuri's the best girl. Let's go. I have 2 people in chat that have agreed with me already. This is great.
I'm thankful to have you as a part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So...
Huh? What thing did Natsuki say?
Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea.
Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Shameful as in growing her boobs in size? I didn't notice any size difference.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly. How about you, Koi? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome! In that case, we'll be doing the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So, your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a little better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Ah, I've been filled with determination. Is that another game I should play? Though I know the story, I know the different routes. But it seems worth it to play through Undertale at least once.
Koi! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me.
Sayori, beam!
I've never understood that phrase. Beaming at someone. My brain just goes straight to laser beam. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Oh yeah? After buttoning up her blazer like that? Pervert. Sayori. About what happened earlier.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, Koi, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is making me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? You gonna romance everyone? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Friend-zoned! I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Oof. I'm so sorry, Sayori. I am such a jerk to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this. Time to write my second poem. Marshmallows, Whirl and Precious Fantasy. Secretive. Judge. No, Whisper. What? No, Whisper is her? What the heck? Inferno. Happiness. Passion. Infinity. Meager, hopeless, rain-cloudy existence. Misfortune, misery, marriage, shopping, puppy tears, family. Misery. I think misery is Sayori. Fickle is maybe Yuri? Yes. I'm a genius! Promise, sadness, variance, unending. Who's the one that was like unending? Special question, regional philosophy. Valentine, wonderful feather, hurt, uncontrollable. Uncontrollable. There we go. Pout, bubbles, memory, sensation, romance, kiss, desire, strawberry. Massacre. Yes! Extreme disarray. Effulgent? What does that mean? Warm ocean, rose, intellectual. Flee, journey, nature, suicide, fear, friends, scars, hope, melancholy, joy, melancholy. Yeah! I'm doing so good. Boop, sugar, sing pure, starscape. I think Starscape, yeah, yep, explode, entropy, climax, universe, broken, excitement, dance, games, determination, nipple, tragedy. leaving her past behind. Something tragic. Dang it! Disaster. Hair. Nope. It's not her. It's okay. Dazzle. Destiny. Unstable. Vertigo. Vivacious. Aww. Calm. Wait, Sayori is calm? Okay. Horror. Childhood. Eternity. Heaven sent. Yes! I got like mostly Yuri to jump. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Koi! Yo, Sayori! Yo, what's up? Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in the good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your... why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Oh, I bet all of a sudden. No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with her latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you are not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you planned on conveniently forgetting that you spent all your money so that I would have to lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Koi to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I just got too absorbed into my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun. It's a fun side of you. There's no way you can think that. You were right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she is doing. After all, she told you guys she wanted to bring me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow. What was... Eh? A cookie!
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution.
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give that to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue.
You're going through a lot over there. Oh my god. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try?
Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her.
Oh, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori?
Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room.
Where's Monika anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has
a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
Not true, Yuri. Not true. You're the best girl. Don't put yourself down like that. That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super late. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all.
You're so strong-willed.
But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika.
I don't really.
I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn the piano.
That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika. That's... Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Koi. Monika smiles sweetly and shoves everyone out of the screen. Just out of view, gone, goodbye. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie, Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. So Natsuki does run around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kinda dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri's gentle giggles all of a sudden. Gently giggles. Oops. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Koi? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. Super relatable. We were all hunted by bad guys. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be they're made out to be the naive one for letting their loved one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me from talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's... Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understood what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. We're touching shoulders! It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumbs and forefingers. I do the same with my right arm, so that the other side on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. Oh, she smiled! You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you're being so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently lets go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does.
Lol Koi crushing on Yuri Ko.
No. Yes, maybe. She's cute. How can you not? Look at her beautiful long hair and her little bushy cheeks, and she's so smart. She's not a bratty know-it-all like Natsuki, and she's not an airhead like Sayori, and she's not a psychopath like MONIKA. Or wait, I take back the last one. But pretty privilege. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Koi, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really don't know where you're self-conscious. Or I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Huh? I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. Dang it, MONIKA! We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. You've never heard of a bookmark? First poem. Sayori. Oh! I like this one, Koi. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Still, though, your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good.
Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it.
No. I still liked this one, I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, Koi. Never ever.
Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then?
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must mean it's a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how that works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Why don't you at least try to give it some thought?
Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah.
It's called melancholy, Sayori. Oh, my sweet child.
I think things that are happy and things that are sad.
Or I like things. Oh my goodness. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing myself after all. Thanks, Koi. I should go write that down then.
Oh, her life is so sad with Koi just ignoring her.
You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like little bundles of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefingers and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friends after friends, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a deep cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Ow! Hi. I don't know what
Sayori did to me. Oh wait, I do know. She made some inappropriate comments when I was buttoning up her blazer. Hi, big boy. Happy Valentine's Day or Single Awareness Day. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pulled them from my shelf one after another, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who weren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Happy drinking day! Happy drinking day! Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monika taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kinda creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
No, thanks.
Hey, big boy, do you know this game? Who's your favorite girl?
I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about it, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit to get obsessed with something before dropping it like no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Natsuki.
I liked your last one better.
Really?
Well, yeah. I can't tell you where... I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're not good enough for that yet. It fell flat.
That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring it all out.
I mean, it's always like poems aren't trying too hard. I hate it when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language.
Twitch is being weird? What's going on?
Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head overhears her all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess this is one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion. But my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you'll figure that out, or I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Disgusting spider lover. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Someone really doesn't like Amy. Just lagging and buffering could be my Wi-Fi. Who knows? Oh, for my sake, I hope it's your Wi-Fi, but I'm very, very sorry. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I can do. No, of course not. Amy is baka. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant joke. Or ignorant jerk? I didn't read the last word. Do you know people like that? Or do you know people like that's me? Oops. Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Sometimes you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. I interpret it as you didn't like Yuri, but okay. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Okay. Yuri! Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at my poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Koi. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Ew. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh?
Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, it's already 3:30 in the morning. I have a shoot at 10, so I'm going to sleep. Good night. I hope I wrote correctly because my English is not level's not that high. No, you're perfectly fine. Thank you so much for hanging out with me till so late. Have a good night. Night night. Bye bye. Do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happens in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symphony, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more of light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You can say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon has become hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a little more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Yuri's on her emo face. my knife glistening in the moonlight. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that usually It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right! I mean... Does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's, well... Oh, I didn't mean to... To me, she seems like a kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, I haven't had
After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. I don't. Can we skip Monika? Like, can we leave? Hi again, Koi. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. I give my poem to Monika. All right. Great job, Koi. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not being very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyways. You know that Yuri likes these kinds of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You're doing your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me! Oh, not very subtle. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. What? That had to do with... It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines is really short. It makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what the poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it in that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When it happens, don't forget to save your game. Save our game? You never know when you might change your mind.
Save? Gonna...
Or when something unexpected may happen. Yes, fourth wall breaking. Hello, Fahrenheit. Wait, is this a tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? But... Monika? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. This sounds like an awful event idea. I would no. Public speaking voluntarily? No, thank you. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring the posters, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where you're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kinda overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if All it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem. Then I know you can do this. Mm, Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess this leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and MONIKA have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... it... it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around the room, around at everyone. Yuri dejectedly glances around everyone else's expectant faces. I guess it doesn't. I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. I have no idea how long this game is. No way! MONIKA! This is too sudden. Better hide the knives. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. MONIKA flips through her notebooks to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. MONIKA begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on MONIKA. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. And finally, MONIKA finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. MONIKA takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, MONIKA! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches her sheet of paper between her hands and stands up, keeping her head down, and she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself.
It's up to me to save this situation. Why is it up to you? Koi, you have a serious hero complex. It's up to me to save the day. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one is called my medal. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it comes out the best that way. It'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Waifu in danger? Oh. Ooh, when? Did something happen to Yuri? Or is it because she got nervous? Maybe this is what Sayori meant by when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Yeah! Waifu in danger! And I had to be a hero. I was too busy cringing at myself, thinking that I had to go to her rescue. Sayori finishes and we applaud. Yuri is a strong, independent woman. She doesn't need to be rescued.
I didn't!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Koi liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems won't work quite as well with this kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of others.
Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know.
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Koi. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Koi lower everyone's standards before I have to do it. Natsuki?
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finished, I received applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your own writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe.
Alright then.
That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Huh? Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of... doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I didn't think it would be I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival.
No way, Doki Doki Literature Cup. Amazing game. Yes.
I'm enjoying it, though it's a lot to read everything. I'm doing so much work.
But we need to play a romantic game for Valentine's Day, right?
Okay. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure to pick a poem to get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think it's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and MONIKA, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. I'm getting brainwashed and impressing MONIKA. Wait, why I'm going for Yuri. Wake up. No, Yuri. Wait, Simplicity, who's your favorite girl? Then I'll have to do my best. It's ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Koi. You don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's go already. Wait, didn't I say that in my head? How did Sayori know what I was thinking? I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asks you to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I would walk home with Yuri. Susanna, don't even pretend like you don't know the answer. I am struggling with my words right now. It is so bad. Okay. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know.
Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
I've never needed you, Koi, probably. No. That's a secret for me to know and for you to never find out. Speculations can be made, but I will not confirm nor deny. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. Yeah, Sayori's fault. I just can't lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, this festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay. Infallible. Yes. Philosophy. Imagination. Massacre. Shoot. Extraordinary. No, dang it. Okay. Eternity. Romance? Nope. Contamination. Unrestrained. Disowned. Vacation. Beauty. Nope. Dang it. Disarray. Passion? Nope. This is bad. Daydream. Empty. Incongruent. Determination. Electricity. Socks existence. Wonderful. Lipstick. Judgment. Judgment? Yes. Tenacious. Uncanny. Insight. Okay. Horror. Vivacious. Intellectual. Starscape. Speed running.
Oh man.
Am I the last one here again? Don't worry, I just walked in too.
Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
You must have had, you must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up the piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Why is her attitude so different? Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's the whole day of the school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a little bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monika, do they usually... Monika, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Eh? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monika. Oh my gosh. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Fourth wall breaking. Never mind. Let's just focus on our event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as funny as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else, but the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Koi, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the only one. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Koi. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. But, yeah. But she never really likes this. Or, she's never really liked this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know this is not your problem. I just want to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important for me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems to be wanting to be left
she seems like she wants to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Koi. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Huh? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. Oblivious Koi strikes again! Strikes yet again. See, I cannot read anymore. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Koi. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her... have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you. I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now, it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. She looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. I double-clicked. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Hey, Susu! Happy Valentine's Day or Single Awareness Day. How are you? You listened to Just Monika like yesterday? Who's your favorite character? Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you're right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. In the office? Okay, I'm doing okay. Had 2 interviews today. Have a headache. Playing this perfect Valentine's Day game and going to knock out. Don't apologize. Everyone? No, you have to pick one. You have to pick one and abandon the rest. Your troubles are only the concern of those who are willing to share in that concern.
Yes, Yuri! Nice. That makes it 3 people. I think 3 people. Oh, you like Monika's hairstyle? Yeah, it's cute. I agree with you there. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It was okay. I didn't accept one of the jobs because it turned out to be not something that I wanted to do. Is that really not that big? It's really not that big of a deal. I just was feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. You love Sayori, she's my bestie. Ah. Sayori is too pun for me. She's too clumsy. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. It is not. But I don't think I finished it. But I do know how the game goes. Because she's clumsy, I want to protect. Okay, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings? Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Koi, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Bye bye! Thank you for the tier 1 sub. So, you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Who's your favorite girl, Pyro? In Doki. Also, happy Valentine's Day, Single Awareness Day. Okay, Zuzu, good luck with work. Thank you for the lurk. Her mannerism on the outside doesn't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Believe me, Yuri, I don't have feelings for Sayori. It's just you. I will still be listening, so behave. I'm behaving. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my eyes. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were within you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway,
Wow, did he just say that to Yuri? Simple guy. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up to make her way to the closet. I follow and watch her retrieve a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind that has a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me a water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. Yee, Yuri waifu material! I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerism. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Alright, we marrying Yuri. Yes, we're marrying Yuri. Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri was going to make some tea, so... We're not single no more! Yay! I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monika. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit confused. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monika, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Koi in club activities? Eh? Huh? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Koi. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. What do you mean? I wasn't expecting it, but... It's also not right for Monika to judge people like that. Koi, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because you're pretty. And you're smart. Because she's cute. Nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. Koi Koi's cuter, by the way. Aw, thanks. What kind of friend would do that? Friend! Oof! Friend! Putting myself in the friend zone voluntarily. This is such bad strats. Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Koi? I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. Oblivious! Clueless! I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, she drowns me in the fountain for friend zoning her. I mean, we return to the classroom. Koi, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle for 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. Do you really do this proper? You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a little bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyways. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Koi. You're gonna make me fall in love with you. We'll help you express yourself, Yuri. It's very endearing. That's... What? Yes, Suzu? Koi. Nani? Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Koi, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Eh? Why is that? It's a little easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. Sitting on the floor date, let's go! No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my... Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Offers to hold her, back pain causing things. No, she has just bad posture. I have some chocolate as well. Oof, we're bribing her with chocolates. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Hers like the leftover chocolate slightly like I had leftovers. I don't care about you or anything but here, but I actually like really care about you. I have the biggest crush on you. We have to be slick with it. We can't let them know. It can't be that easy. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. Oh, wow, we hid it from Depresso Sayori. That's a little messed up. You know you can easily cheer her up with food, and you're like, nah. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sat up against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assumed the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Oh, why we hate Sayori? Because we're going for Yuri. Our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. Oh my god. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri is always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup? Yuri hands me my teacup. Touching shoulders. This is the second time we're touching shoulders. Holding it in my hands, holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She's wearing her intense reading expression, and I can only presume... Oh, thank you for the follow, Princess Susanna. Welcome to the family. Yes, yes. I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. No looking disrespectfully. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I forgot to follow you an hour ago, but here we go. No, it's not a big deal. Thank you for sticking around for so long. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Huh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about it. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll just feed you the chocolate. It's okay, Yuri. You won't get your hands dirty. Just say, ah. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Wah! Cute! Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book and simply parts her lip as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. That's so cute! Look at the little piece of chocolate in her mouth! Where can I find a cute anime girl? IRL koi koi? I don't know, but if you find out, please tell me. You're not allowed to hide that information. You must share the Commonwealth, the Commonwealth of knowledge. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Ah, so cute! Look at her face! Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Koi? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well... You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? No wonder she is named Yuri! I mean... Not really in this kind of context, but... Yeah! That's all that it was. Yeah.
then you don't need to stop or anything.
I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. Hi! How did it even come to this? I just want to feed cute anime girl chocolates. Is that a sin?
It's not a sin. No, it's not.
Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath under my fingers. Okay, everyone, now! Monika, you stink! Get out of here! Let me have my Yuri time! Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems! Koi, can you help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. Yeah, Yuri, let's go somewhere else. Let's just drop out of the literature club. The spell was broken. And with that, my spell for the stream also is broken, because I need to go make dinner. We are quitting the literature club. But if you guys enjoyed this, I don't mind continuing it despite it not being Valentine's Day anymore. Oh man, I'm gonna lose my voice tomorrow.
Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you, Brolo. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's dinner time. I certainly wouldn't mind to know who's going to ruin the second date. It's gonna be Monika, that jealous brat. Of course. Let's go look for someone to raid real quick. And then I will let you enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Bye, Sketch. Let's see. Do you want someone who's playing Doki Doki, or do you want to just raid one of my friends? Friend is fine? Gotcha. We're gonna go raid Dairy. He's a VTuber as well. He is based off of milk, cause he given the name. So legendary. I'm sure that people who are used to this channel now also recognize the name. But say hello to Dairy for me. He's playing Party Animals, and Spooky's also online, so they're probably playing together. Legendary. Uh-huh. Yes. It's gonna be a koi raid. Spam as many blue hearts as you can. Okay, we're going 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye!